sponsored by Riverside.
All right, hello and welcome to a new episode of I Can Do. I am Benjamin Lee. I hope and pray all is well with you. We are almost halfway through the month of October, September, October, November, December, and it almost feels like now January. These are really important months when it comes to focus and intentionality. Understanding the importance of capitalizing on what we are experiencing at this very moment, what is to come, and really preparing ourselves for 2025 is something that I want to talk about. If you take some time and look back at all the things that you have accomplished in 2024, I believe that you will be very satisfied. Now, it could be the case that maybe you just have not been as intentional as you needed to be in 2024. If that is you, there's still hope, there's still time, there are still opportunities. That's why October, the rest of this month, November, December, and even January, the next 4 months are critical to gain momentum, to continue on with success that's already been established, and to excel even still more. What I want to talk about as we are moving into a new section or phase of the I Can Do podcast, I mentioned this last week in my episode that I'm really going to start focusing more on habits. I've already read the book Atomic Habits. I was a part of a class years ago with Pfizer Pharmaceuticals, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I recently read that book with my family, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. And so I have seen clearly the value, the importance of habits. Habits we can pick up, habits we can also put down. I think it's so critical for us to even establish a habit of taking time to review, whether it's daily reviews, weekly reviews, quarterly reviews, and even yearly reviews. No, I'm not talking just merely about work, but I'm talking about our lives. What if we did that, not just so we can get some kind of performance bonus with work or accolades or something like that, but so that our families could be stronger, so that our faith could be stronger, so that our health could be even more abundant. I think we need to start doing that more. And in particular, this is something that I really focused on last year. Last year was a very pivotal moment for me personally, and it's had a ripple effect with people around me. Let me just share something with you here real quickly. 2022 was a difficult year, particularly in the fall season, where by the time January 7th got here, I was weighing about 257 pounds. That's the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I had lost weight earlier in the year in 2022 and then had regained it. And then the fall season came and a lot of challenges came my way. I simply did not handle them appropriately. I did not have my habits that I needed to have in place. So 2023 is like starting all over again. It's so hard to start all over again, isn't it? Can you relate to that? But I had to, and I'm so glad that I did, because now in October, looking back to January of 2023 and now 2024, well, I've come a long way, thank the Lord. So it's been a long journey. That's what it's all about, though. It's not quitting and it's not just stopping. It's just a continual progression of where we are seeking to go. And so that's what I have been seeking to do. One of the big things that helped me last year to keep this momentum was to really be as intentional as I could be with September through December. I set up a goal to run a marathon. I ran and finished that marathon, thank the Lord. I started training back in September and I put everything into it. That really helped me, particularly with weight loss. I actually lost weight during the fall season, which is a really hard thing to do, but I'm so thankful that I took the time and I actually did that. Well, I'm seeing again the value of doing exactly that. So I'm going to go back to that again this year. And Lord willing, this is going to be my last new episode. I may release something in November as I hit my anniversary, my 5-year anniversary with the podcast, which will be November 19th, which I'm so thankful and excited for, and just really trying to have a lot more gratitude with what we've been able to do here with the podcast. And so I'm going to take some time to reflect and to really focus again on these next 2.5, 3 months. And so I'm going to hit the pause button. And this is one of the habits that I've been working on, sharpening the saw. This is so important. Sharpening the saw, taking time to rest, taking time to recover, being proactive. That's the idea of taking responsibility and not just merely being reactive, and beginning with the end in mind. Lord willing, this podcast is not going anywhere. And so I'm looking long term. I'm not just looking at weekly, monthly, or the next quarter. This is something that will give me energy, creativity, and hopefully produce even better episodes for you, to help you to create, maintain, and even elevate in your current habits as well. So I wanted to share this with you. And I think this is something important for you. I want to challenge you. The book of Ecclesiastes talks about that there's a time for everything under the sun. And maybe this is the time for you right now to take some moments throughout the day and throughout the rest of this month to reflect. Where do you want to be in January and February of 2025? What might you have to start doing right now to get to that goal? I want you to spend some time thinking about that and seeing where you might need to change, or what you might need to change in order to get to that spot. And so thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for listening. And Lord willing, I got new guests lined up already in January of 2025, Lord willing. We're going to be focusing even more on habits. And so I have to practice what I preach. And so part of this practice for me will be to continue to build some more habits, to reinforce certain habits, not just the physical, but also the spiritual, my prayers, my memory verses that I'll be sharing more with you. But I need to focus and do some more work personally before I start sharing some of the things as well. So I hope this helps. Take care. God bless. I can do, so can you.
Powered by Riverside FM.